Okay, so let's look at the inside of the blog and each of the files that make it up. First we have here the index, which is the home page. I think we have too many secrets here, but let's go over everything. So I created a header first, so we could add the title and separate it. And in my blog, you have that as a gradient area, just to mark the top of the page. Then I have an article, and inside it we do the PHP magic. So we are including the connect file, which we can see by here after you do it. So by connecting string to the database. And when I do this, when I enter this line here, so I'm creating this variable and connecting to the database. I'm saying I'm using this connection to prepare this MySQL statement. On the next line, I am executing this statement. So I prepare this statement. This is what I want you to do in the database. Here I'm telling them to do it, basically. It's followed by the for each loop. So I'm getting the result, and for each line in result, I'm treating this line as post. If you recall it, post itself will be another array. So in each line, so in each in my blog it shows us those boxes. I'm creating a section. I'm creating a header, and inside the header I'm adding post title. Remember that this index here is the heading of the column inside the database. Okay, so this has to be exactly as it is in the database to make it work. The same works for the text. So the text of the post will be inside a paragraph, and I'm again going to this array post, which I called post here. I could call it anything, and using the index that is inside the database. Okay, so this thing here and this could be anything you like. This one has to be the same as the database. A file that is similar to the index is the admin. And I'm going first to show the things that are exactly the same as the other one, and then I'll show you some little extras I added here. So for usability, I added these links at the top of the login page, at the top of the admin page, sorry, and they go straight to the blog index or to the post PHP, so I don't have to keep typing new things all the time, the URL. I just click it and go there. Now, again, skip through this part and come straight from here, from line 30 on. Later come back here. You can see that, again, I'm using the exact same query from the admin, from the index, and I'm echoing. So what am I echoing here? First, I'm opening a table, then I'm opening a row, and for each cell in the title, I'm using the th tag for table heading, and I have the headers that are always going to be the same from the table. So ID, title, and text. I close this row and I move on to the loop. So it's very much the same loop as the other one, but what we have here is this. I'm getting the ID and adding it as a variable because we're going to need that later, and then I'm doing the table itself. So for each row I open a row, so I open a cell and enter the ID. I could here just get ID, it will be the same result. I close the cell, open the next cell, enter, recover the title for that row, close the cell, open one more cell, recover the text, and close the cell. After that, I have the two other links for deleting and editing. So first thing, I did something different here, and you have both versions. So the version I commented here is the direct version that doesn't include the extra from lesson 8 or 9. Can't remember now. But this will directly delete the post. What's the problem? After you delete a post on MySQL, the post is gone forever. And sometimes we don't want that. So how can we avoid this? By using a little bit of JavaScript. But how can you use JavaScript with PHP? We create a function first, and here I'm echoing that. So see, my function here, so I added an onClick to the link instead of the post manager address, and I'm recovering this variable ID I got here as a parameter for the confirm delete function. And what does this function do? Let's take a look at the top of our page. So it's inside script, and the function confirm delete will just have a confirm box. It receives the ID, and I have this other variable that is the URL. So if you click confirm, if you click yes in the confirm box, it is going to navigate, it's going to open this URL here. The URL is the post manager, PHP, with mode delete, and ID equal to the ID we sent as a parameter here. Okay, the last part here is just telling it to open it on the same window, not a new tab. Let's just take another look at this ID to show you where it comes from. So remember here, I'm recovering this from the database, and in each line I'm getting this ID that I recover from the database into this variable. This variable is echoed here inside the link. Okay, so if you look in your HTML later, it's going to be just a number, which is the number of the ID. This number is sent to the function in JavaScript, added to the URL here, and when it opens Post Manager, this is the ID it's going to receive to delete. Okay, the last thing we are looking here is this session start. I'm going to be talking about this on the next video.